Okay, we are rolling, folks. Hello once again, folks. It is your friend, Wild Elf 26. Pardon me as I reset the camera position. There we go. Hopefully you can see what we're attempting to do today. Alrighty. I'm not sure what's in the frame. I just have a general idea from an early test video I shot a couple seconds ago. And normally I use the ocarina, of course. Alright guys, 6-hole ocarina. It's the only level I'm at right now. I need to get a better one shaped like a sweet potato. This is the upcoming product review that I did the teaser of. So remember, this is the actual product review that I did that teaser of that led you to this video. Alright guys, pardon me for a moment. This is from a company called MERKURY, spelled with a K. So we know what kind of quality we're probably getting into. It was obviously made in China. I had seen a product similar to it, same company, sold at Five Below, which here in the lower United States is rapidly growing across different states now. And I just kind of glanced at it, didn't really take it too serious when I saw it at Five Below, although I probably should have got that one because it had 500 games. This one brags about having 200, so they cut the game load quite a bit. And basically that means that there's a lot of foreign games on it. These aren't the American versions. They're Famicoms. It's basically a Famiclone portableized. And what you get in the box is you get the bubble wrap sleeve that covers the device. You get the one piece of paper instruction manual that comes in handy, I guess. And you get the amazing, outstanding charge cable with the basic USB and the micro USB. And no, it's not USB-C, obviously. And I really don't understand why so many people want USB-C, other than the fact that it's often used for data transfer for the most part, and that you could plug it from either side. You don't have to, ooh, that side didn't work, now I gotta flip it over. Like, that was a big gripe why they had to switch over to USB-C. Sorry guys. This is the actual unit. In this light you may or may not see it very well. I've charged this somewhat. It initially had a little bit of a charge when I bought it at the store. And let's get back to the box art for a minute. There's a character here, kind of looks like Link from Legend of Zelda, holding an archery bow. There's a deformed character over here, looks like he might be from River City Ransom or something. On the back there is a grand total of 6 screenshots from various, looks like shareware games for the most part. And then there's that reinterpretation of an archery-based Link wearing his hood instead of the cap. At least that's how I interpret it when I see it. And it says MERKURY ARCADE FUN portable game console. And it brags of having 200 games. And what I've seen so far, this isn't an unboxing. I went through it just to kind of check it out a little bit. It has about maybe 8 or so actual true NES games that I recognize. There might be more actual NES games on it, but they're not the American versions, except for another one which is kind of appropriate to this month of October. Friday the 13th is actually on this, and that's pretty good considering through the what looks like a sound stereo plug up here, it's actually an AV jack that goes out to the TV. Now, you know, like I said about the quality, These things are made on the cheap, and they're assembled on the quick. And this is definitely proof of that with its accessories. It comes with a sound cord splitter that goes from headphone jack to RCA cable tips. Not 3 RCA cable tips, no, just 2. Video and audio channel, one audio channel. And the reason it's assembled on the quick is they put the yellow plastic on the wrong cord. They put the yellow plastic on the audio cord, and so the red plastic is the actual video cord on the one that came in my box, at least. So I could tell they just quickly assembled it. And on top of that, when I attempted to use the audio channel plug, absolutely no audio came out of that. Thankfully, it did come out of the speaker, so I could still hear the games, but I could see them on the TV. And we'll be demonstrating that too. But you probably want somewhat of a demonstration of what the image looks like on the actual screen. So we will show that to you right now. Bear with me. Okay, there we are. And some of you that know a lot of the NES homebrew scene will know what music this is partially lifted from and partially made into. I'll give you a hint. You got 3 seconds to guess it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Time over. You didn't guess it? Okay. That music is from a homebrew NES title, Final Fight 3. Which is actually, they did a remarkable job. Final Fight 3 on the NES is actually very fun. The sprites are rather large, and the graphics for what's available are just really nice. It's a lot better than Final Fight Mini or Mighty Final Fight, because that went with a chibi, deformed Japanese look, and it was idiocy. It was just stupid. Not in a good way. Not stupid like the streets, like, oh, that's stupid, that's dope, yo. No, it was awful. It was imbecile territory. It's like, who wants a cutesy version of Final Fight? You know, heck with that. But Final Fight 3 is awesome. Unfortunately, the music from it's here, but the Final Fight 3 is not on here. And I checked through here pretty good. But we will, at some point, here, I'll show you. You want to see some graphics? There is one of the Turtles games. This is the Japanese Ninja Turtles. And I don't know if the focus on my camera will allow you to see it, or if it's all blanked out, or what. Let me turn it up a little. One-handed volume. And for those of us that were kids during the actual Turtle Mania, when the product placement was everywhere, that's really something special to have on there. It's a shame that next to none of the text is in English. Just some of this opening stuff's in English, but the title screen itself and all the interim moments between you and whoever, they're all in Japanese text. I'm guessing that the ending is also in Japanese text. But to me, this was probably the most canonical Turtles game, especially when you see the ending. I won't ruin the ending, no spoiler for you folks. I will say, defeat the first NES Ninja Turtles by any means necessary, even if you have to employ a Game Genie or something, Pro Action Replay, whatever. Or if you're doing it through computer manifestation purposes. Hopefully your program also includes a computer version of a Game Genie program to allow you to input those codes. Without the Game Genie, I could always get to the last hallway of the Technodrome, and that's where it would kill me. There'd be people with flying jetpacks, and they would fire their lasers at a diagonal angle. Frickin' lasers. Frickin' lasers. Okay. Okay, I'm sure you get the general gist of that. There's a little gameplay on the actual portable screen here. There we go. And of course, there's going to be those elitists, the game snobs that, you know, oh, the sound pitch is slightly an octave low or something. It's like, God, really? All that into a handheld form factor? And all right. Let's see, where am I? Oh, I'm there. It's hard to do this at the angle that you can see it and present it on screen. Gotta go down here without getting run over by the foot tank. Okay. Oh, yeah. Do that. Take that. Smack me around. Got him. I gotta jump up, get that pizza. Get the pizza! There we go. Now go back up the ladder. There's a lot of sewers in this game. It's the Ninja Turtles, of course. There's going to be sewers. Alright guys, so you get the idea of what some of the graphics look like on the handheld. But what we're going to do, and we're going to do it carefully, because the plug that they gave with this looks like it's missing one of the little O-rings that's supposed to space it proper. So I have to adjust it so you can hear the sound clear without it causing a weird feedback. But so far, the first time I put it on this screen, it's just AV, but it looks remarkably clear on this screen. I couldn't believe it. Okay, guys, hopefully you can see that. I'm going to angle this. I mean, can you see my controllers? My Super NES, Genesis, my Bluetooth controller? No? Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Scoot over here. The TV is about to shut down, so I gotta do this just right. Okay. And by the way, you should only hook it up to the TV if the handheld unit has a strong recharge. If it hasn't been charged in a while, it's not going to be a very good picture. Hold on, guys. Something went wonky here. Let me get my little remote control for my TV. Yeah, that's a little remote, ain't it? Alright. Let's see. Bring about the proper channel. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Need to input. No wonder it went to that stupid thing. There we go. Now we have a freaking input. Okay. There we are. Now the screen on the unit does not shut off. That's why you better have a good charge on it when you play it on the screen. Check this out, guys. What were we just messing with? Here, let me angle this a little better. There, that's about right. Okay. I don't know, maybe that's too far. With the widescreen camera angle, I don't really know, so bear with me. Okay. I'm trying to angle the handheld away Now that's what happens when it's not inserted at the correct thing. There it is correctly. Okay. A little darker on screen, but that's good. Okay. Or it just might be my television settings. It's a Panasonic HDMI television, so... There we go, guys. And let's see, Leonardo, slice the bad guy. There you go. Did I press up when I did that? I think I did, didn't I? All right. Yeah, the D-pad is actually remarkably sensitive. You're going to hear people talk about the shabby plastic or some other stuff. So far, it's not that shabby. It comes in a transparent purple, similar to what Nintendo released the Game Boy Color in. And later, N64 controller was in the same transparent purple. So there's the word for today, kids. Transparent purple. I think this is where I face Bebop and Rocksteady in my first attempt to save April. Yeah, the bad guys have kidnapped April. The news reporter, April O'Neil, a bright-faced redhead Irish girl with a huge upper rack chest. Yeah. In the original TV show, April was definitely a double D, had to be. And certain episodes they tried to downplay that, but in the initial first 5 episodes, they're very clear about it. And she stands nearly a foot taller than the 4'3" Ninja Turtles. That's right, folks. Back in the day, the Turtles were only about 4'3". I lucked out. Bebop got stuck in an animation, so I just kept chopping him from behind. Rocksteady took away April. No! There's that gameplay part I promised you guys. And we'll get some people. Oh, no, we won't. We're going back out. You see the flame guy the first time you go in that manhole, you go back out so it'll change the enemy type. There, no flame guy. Whew. Yeah, the flame guy is annoying. The flame guy releases additional flames that become enemies on screen that slowly hunt you across the screen, which for its time, the NES, having that kind of enemy AI was actually a little advanced for its time, I would say. Now that guy doesn't trigger until you get within a certain range. Then he comes flying up in this one pattern. This guy comes at you, throws stuff, then he ducks back down, becomes like a rock. But you can only harm him when he's in movement mode. If he's in rock mode, you can smack him all day with your weapon. It won't do him any damage. Okay, go out again. And now we go down. Okay. Okay, that's the dramatic enemies coming your way music. Gotta deal with him. They gotta weave back and forth. There we go. It's remarkably clear. I mean, this is a HDMI set, but this is not HDMI connection. This is regular AV component. You know, before the blue and green cords were on the component video, just regular AV. Oh, the flame guy. Yeah. Oh, if I can move till he gets. Oh, another one came. Darn. They take a lot of hits. There we go. He took a lot of hits too. He just got only half power. This is the building where you find and rescue April. And we'll do that. I gotta switch turtles so I don't lose Leo. Oh, oh, lasers. Freaking lasers. Okay, I gotta switch to Donatello. Donatello has the longest strike distance. If you're from the same era as me or close to it, you probably already know that. As you see, the screen was completely in Japanese text. Music's intact. That's nice. Slowly, he will be whittled down. Just gotta get it just right. Maybe I gotta strike him first. Keeps wanting to turn. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you have to strike rock steady once or twice before you get up here. Otherwise, the hits will not register. That's a little trick I figured out a while back. There's April in her yellow jumpsuit and her bright red hair. And those green Irish eyes a-smiling. In the original one, she said, "Thank you for the rescue. You have my full support." So I guess that's what that means in Japanese. Or they thought up something more interesting. Who knows? I don't read or speak Japanese, so I have no way of knowing. There's a good fellow named Shogo who has a channel called Ask Shogo. And he would probably have a good idea what that actually said. I gotta switch or I'm gonna lose Donatello. Okay guys, that was about as far as I wanted to show anyway. And there goes Raph up the ladder. There is a pizza half up here. Who needs it more? Let's see. Looks like Donatello because he's the most important. So. And he really is. He's the most important turtle in the bunch. And I'm just totally... Okay. Alright guys. Now I'll show you a couple others here. They have some legitimate ones you'll recognize are Excitebike. There you go. I was never an Excitebike fan actually. To me the motorcycles looked like BMX bicycles or something. Yeah, it just was never one of the NES titles that did it for me, you know. Let's see. We are in October, and I would be remiss. I would be vacant in my duties as a retro gamer in October if I did not show you one of the better horror video games of the NES era. Let's see. We'll play some gameplay of it the moment I find it on the menu. There's all kinds of things here you will never recognize in your life. And a lot of this stuff has been renamed too. The Arkanoid is similar to Arkanoid, but it's not actual Arkanoid. The paddle at the bottom actually moves too slow. You can't keep up with the ball. In regular Arkanoid, you weren't hindered by paddle speed. It was based on your ability to follow the ball. But in this imitation of Arkanoid, they actually have taken away the proper speed of the paddle, so your chance for failing is greater. Oh, and there's Spy Hunter. You guys probably remember Spy Hunter. For the really not very exciting folks out there, there's Paperboy. Ooh, Paperboy. And let's see. That way you know my opinion of Paperboy. Yeah. Bug catcher. Yeah, there's a lot of homebrew on here too. And some random ones that were just renamed weird titles that have virtually no bearing on what the game actually is. Hopefully my subscribers recognize quite a few of these, and my loyal viewers. So here we go. Oh, and give me a shout out. I give a lot of people a shout out. Hey guys, give me a shout out, will you? I'd really appreciate it. I kind of need it after the aftermath of Hurricane Milton and all that. Yeah. My stress level went through the freaking roof. Okay. There we are, folks. Friday the 13th. Actually, it's kind of good that the audio is coming out of this speaker because it's a lot closer to the camera than the speaker of the television. It just keeps redoing the title there. Okay. Who do I have control of in the game? Okay. Okay, I have George. I don't want to stare at George all day. Who? Maybe Paul. Nah, not feeling that vibe. Let's see. Laura? Debbie? Chrissy? Yeah, let's pick Chrissy. Chrissy looks good. Okay. Use the torch to light the fireplaces. Okay. B tosses rocks. Let that be a lesson, folks. If you need to kill zombies that just crawled out of the ground, throw some rocks at them. Or a knife. That'll help. There you go. That's right. I'm supposed to go in this house. Whoa! One of those popped up. Okay. Go forward. It'll change as you get closer. Now turn left. Okay, go forward till it changes again. I'll turn left again a couple times. Huh. Okay, gotta go back out. I thought there was a fireplace in this one. Guess not. Okay. 3 hits. Usually takes out these zombies. I do like the animation for the zombies in this. When people are doing those home demakes of Resident Evil 2 and all that, this is a good game that they could have borrowed the zombie asset from. This one probably has a fireplace. Now, Jason appears randomly in the game, and then you have to fight him briefly. There's a sequence of events you have to correlate to have a final showdown with Jason. And I'm not sure what... Oh, sorry. I wiggled the controller. I kept forgetting how short the video cable... There we go. I lit a fireplace. Darn it. Okay. There. Oh, I need to get that. Wait a minute. Select. Yeah. Take. There we go. Take. Must be Take, right? It's all Japanese games. Therefore, it must be Take. Even though this particular one is all in English. That's a nice bonus. It's in English, folks. One of the few golden gems amongst the selection. This one happens to be in English. So, okay, got the message, heading to the door. Alright guys, we'll kill a few more zombies, and hopefully you generally got the gist of what this machine's capable of. If you got 15 bucks or less, you can get one of these. I seen it in Five Below, and I didn't jump on it until I saw it pop up at Walmart of all places. So yeah, I thought that was cool. They put it right by the checkout lane on the temptation shelf. You know, all the cool trinkets that they throw on the temptation shelf. Wait, did that one drop another knife? Yes, it did. Okay. There we go. I love how the zombies just crawl right up out of the ground, straight up. Not from a lying down position either, just just straight up. Although it would have been cool if they were in a semi-laying position and then they kind of rose up like that. That'd be very Hollywood epic from like old Hollywood movies. I'm going to go down this way. There's a very confusing path. Although I gotta say the graphics for what's available here are actually pretty nice. Did I go down the other road? I think I did. Okay. There's no, in the D-pad on this version, there's no pivot in the middle. So you gotta be careful, because if you press the middle of this D-pad, it will accidentally touch all 4 direction contacts simultaneously. So that can be a bit of a snafu. So other than that, the plastic's pretty solid. I didn't do a teardown of it. The machine, like I said, here, let me pause it. The machine, like I said, is transparent purple. It's so transparent that you can actually see the circuit board. You can see the back of the speaker inside. You can see all that. Semi-translucent, but the translucentness is so clear it's almost transparent. It comes with a battery that's very common in some of these Chinese handhelds. From what I understand, this is a basic replacement battery for some of the more narrow Nokia phones. And they make like a very narrow flip phone, and this is a common battery for those. So that's pretty good. All that form factor, decent screen, backlight, circuit board, buttons are actually, they're plastic, but they're kind of on the rugged side. You know, there'll be people that complain about the quality of this. B and A are moved to these 2 buttons. These other buttons are your Turbo Fire B and A. It has select and start, and the middle button is reset. You press reset, and it goes right to the menu of all the games. 1 through 200, apparently. So, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed some of that. I enjoyed picking it up. I wish the cord was a little better quality. This is also important. You can't replace this cord with a regular audio splitter cord, even though it looks like one, because the size of the plug is not the standard headphone size. No, it looks like it, but this is actually a 2.5 millimeter headphone plug. And I gotta tell you, you're going into some store that might have some electronic goods, finding the 2.5 millimeter audio plugs is next to impossible, but they seem to be quite common across the ocean over there. A lot of China devices use these 2.5 audio cables as video conductors. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That's the it's got a long, egregious name. It's the Arcade Fun Portable Game Console from Mercury, spelled with a K. No relation to the car company or the outboard boat motors. Maybe it is related to the outboard boat motors. I'll have to look into that. All right, guys, this is your good friend Wild Elf 26, and hope all my usual good subscribers and hopefully some nice new subscribers. We really appreciate you here. I told you about the shout outs I do. And if you're viewing this from another country, please give me a shout out. I want to know where my viewers are coming from. I love plenty of countries. I love Japan. I love the United Kingdom. I want to hear from you guys. If you're in the United Kingdom, tell me all about it. And please, if you are in the United Kingdom, share my videos with your friends. Who knows? They might like it too. Heck, share it with your boss. It might annoy him. Ain't that worth something? All right, guys. And our friends in Australia, hey, how you doing, guys? Just tell me where you're from. Give a shout out in the comments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this product review. These are very similar to the What's Up or the SUP portables that were also called Soldier Boys at some point. And But the form factor of this, although it does scream Game Boy, it's actually shorter. It's shorter than the SUPs, the What's Ups, the Soldier Boys, whatever they call those. It's shorter than those. It's the form factor is actually size-wise a little closer to a much higher quality portable called the Mayu Mini. So I wish its screen size was that big. But this is a 3-inch screen. It's surprisingly good for what it does. And compared to a couple of handhelds I've seen, it's actually a better quality screen than some of these handhelds that I've seen. So, all for a form factor in the $12 range or less, depending on where you buy it. I'll give you a hint, if it was at $5 below, it was probably $5. Although they do have stuff there that's more than $5, so who knows. But have a great one, guys. I picked up this one at Walmart, Wally World, and I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, it was by the checkout lanes, so if you go looking for it, that's pretty much where you gotta look for them. While they're still in supply, you know. Have a great one. Thank you for viewing Wild Elf 26. Please share. And if you do enjoy the content of my wacky and interesting videos, then please, by all means, if you feel like it, subscribe. And if you feel like it, this helps a lot. It lets YouTube know that people are interested. Please press the like button. Get as many friends as you can to press that like button. All right, guys, have a great one. Wild Elf 26. Bye. And like that, I will give you a last view of it. Sorry if the lighting isn't very conductive. If this was the red one, you could probably see the surface detail better, but there you go, transparent. Any chance I get with an electronic device, if there's a transparent version of it, I will always go for the transparent version. It just looks cooler. It looks more futuristic. Have a good one, guys. Bye. Extreme close-up.